Welcome back to another episode of What a Plight with your favorite girl, Tasha Nicole. I'm not gonna get too close. So, a life update. I couldn't record because I had a ringworm. I had a ringworm on my face. So, I do hot Pilates, hot yoga, at least like once or twice a month, right? And typically, I'm very sterile, right? Like, I like to keep everything pretty clean in my life. But I was so overwhelmed. So I did hot Pilates this time. Normally I do hot yoga 90 minutes. None of this really matters, so that's not the topic of today. But it could be, I don't know. But anywho, so I was sweating hard. Like Pilates, like I really thought like, okay, I go to the gym, I'm strong enough to, and I have a shirt on by the way. So, the bitch ain't on her naked. I don't need views like that. Anywho, but I'm like, I never put my towel on the floor, but I was just sweating. I was sweating so hard. My hair was in the way. The fucking braids, they gotta go. Gotta stop cussing. The braids are in the way and eventually they will leave. It's just easier to maintain that right now because a girl is working. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. I was sweating. I was throwing my towel around. I was laying in my sweat. And then I put my towel on the floor. That's where I went wrong. I put my towel on the floor next to my mat during the class. And then I put the towel back on my mat and put my face on it. The next day, well, see, I did a lot of dirty stuff. Like, there was a lot of dirty stuff within, like, 72 hours. Like, I went to, like, because that's when I expose what I do for work. But I went to an event. And I had to shake a lot of hands. And it was a lot of that. And then the next day I did hot Pilates. And then the next day I went to like gay pride. And so around the time of my last video, the ringworm started right after that. So I have a ringworm. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that? It's going away. It was so much worse. Like, so I couldn't record. Either way, I got a ringworm. So I couldn't record. But your girl is back with another episode of What a Plight. Today, I really don't have a whole big idea what the topic is because it's a lot of stuff I want to talk about because I haven't talked to y'all in a while. Your girl has been dating, and it's not even the man that I had a crush on. I had to drop that because I realized he's young, like very young. Did I look him up? Yes. And when I looked him up, I saw how old he might be. I have like an average age of what he might be, and he's a little too young for your girl. But I never dated anybody younger than me.
Teenage girls. When you say teenage, how are we talking? Girls who are teenagers. 19?
And I don't think I want to start now. Anyway, so I've been dating, okay, so I'll start off with the dating first. So with the dating, I realized I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that stuff anymore.
Don't want to eat candy, but the parasites in me want the candy.
Like, I've been trying a new way of dating, right? Where I don't know a person for too long. Because really, once you know a person for like longer than like a week, it takes 7 days. It takes 7 days to create a habit. 7 days. So with that being said, I don't want to get anybody to get past 7 days. If I meet you and it's not right when I meet you, I don't want it. So I'm gonna start off with the first little thing. So after like this last thing that I did that was like 26 days. 26 days. I love that so much. But anyway, I did that for 26 days. And then I met somebody at like a parade. Maybe like a week after that. Maybe 2 weeks after that. Anyway, but he also was younger. He was like, because I don't want to age myself. A girl is young, but I'm not that young. Anywho, but his name was Charles. Charles was kind of cute. But see, I thought Charles was at least like 32. you know? Like, I thought Charles was maybe 32. Like, I'm like, okay, we got some season. But Charles told me he was young. I almost gave it up. That's what I be talking too much. I be talking too much. But Charles told me he was young. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you young. And he was like, well, why are you talking to me if I'm young? And I'm like, oh, I like that spicy energy. Because that spiciness, that may be cute. Because I'm a little spicy myself. Like, I say exactly what I think. Which sometimes is like good and bad, whatever. But Charles was too young. So, like I was saying, so we exchanged phone numbers, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a try. But see, then he kind of messed it up. He was just like, you know, everything is closed because like the parade is in town today, so we should, you could come back to my place, and we can, you come back to my place and I could cook lamb chops. First of all, I'm not going to nobody's house. Once you are inside of somebody's house or car, all bets are off, okay? That's when all the scraping starts. You don't know what scraping is? A scrapist is a serial rapist, and you never know who a person was doing that to before they met you. You never know if that's like their whole thing, inviting somebody to their house and they scraping them. I'm not finna get scraped, okay? That's too much. So going to your house and I just met you, offering up your home when I just met you. People half of the time don't even know where I live or my real first name. I don't give out. I've given y'all my, I'll backpedal. Anyway, I'm not going to a man's house. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'm cool. I'm like, maybe like another time. And then later that day we did talk on the phone. And then he got like another call. But then while he was getting another call, I was getting another call. And he was like, just hold on the line. I don't really do hold on the line anyway, because you can actually call somebody back. But I think that actually irritated him. I think between like not going to his house and then like hanging up while he asked me to hold. Because
Who the fuck is you, nigga?
why are we on hold? Like, it's 2025. We don't need to be on hold. We can just call each other back. We never have to be on hold. You never have to be on hold. There never has to be a time. Oh, sorry, y'all. There never has to be a time where a person is on hold, especially not me, because I have ADHD. I'm not about to be on hold. What the fuck are we on? Why am I on hold? Like, I want to talk to you so bad I'm finna be on hold when you could just call me back. Anywho. So then we didn't, like, talk to each other again for, like, another, like, 4 days. No, he texted me, actually. He texted me. I texted him back. And then, like, 4 days later, maybe 5 days later, he responded. First of all, after about 24 hours, I'm not looking for a response. He could have not talked to me for the rest of his life. He could have just not said anything, like anything, for the rest of his life. That man could have dropped dead, and I could have found out, and I wouldn't have even blinked about it. After 24 hours, babe, yo, I've already moved on. Mentally, spiritually, metaphorically, whatever the Lee is, I've already done it. So he could have just kept that whole shit to himself. But anyway, he texted me after 4 days. Was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I was really busy with work and I've been sleeping. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I've been sleeping. You could have stayed asleep. Matter of fact, you could have been in permanent rest. And I wouldn't have even checked for you. But I said, you know what we going to do? I'm not going to do the ghosting thing. Because I don't like to do that all the time. But I am pretty known for that. I don't mind doing it.
Drink liquor, I don't like liquor. But the parasite, the demon in me, it lost the liquor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
It's not, oh, like, oh, so childish when you ghost people. I don't care. I don't care what's too childish. I don't care. Ghosting people is for my own mental health. If it don't hurt me, it don't bother me. Anywho, so I texted him. I said, you know what? You're really young. You're new to this city too. So I'm like, honestly, I really hope you just like enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself while you're here. You're young. Have a good time. And then after that, I blocked him because I don't want a response. After I say I'm done, I don't want a response. After I block you. After I block somebody, if you go out of your way to contact me again, God bless you. Because I'm about to cuss you clean out.
I want to intellectually execute both of y'all bitches, so you got a decision.
Once I block you, it's not like a space for you like to go out your way to contact me. Once I block people, for some reason people have, even like old people that I've dated, for some reason they think at some point I'm going to unblock them. I don't unblock people. Unless I've run into you in a while, like I've run into you outside and it's been like maybe 6 years since I blocked you and I forget why I don't like you, I'll probably unblock you. And then I'll remember, because people do not change. People don't change. People do not change at all. People never change. They have no intentions on changing. Once a person is a bad person, they are forever a bad person, especially after like 25. Whoever you are after 25, you're not changing that. That's my perspective. That is not like a worldly perspective. Please do not take this advice and use it on yourself. and then start thinking your baby dad is fucking other bitches because he did when y'all was 16, please, this is not that kind of advice. This is me. This is my thoughts on what I've been thinking. Anywho, it's just a little too much for me. So you know what? It's fine. You know, I've never written into you in a while. You're like, oh, I changed. Okay. And I forget why. Because I hold on to grudges. It depends on what it is. But if it was like something minor that I cut you off about, I probably won't remember. And then I'll just remember it because it's just like, oh yeah, that's why I cut you off. That's it. Cool. And then I'll block you again out of nowhere once I remember. Anyway, moving on. So that was Charles. We never talked again, and that's fine. I haven't even run into him. I don't run into people often either, because it's just like, if you run into me after I block you, if you run into me, period, it's your lucky day. You seen a leprechaun, because I really don't be outside in the wild like that. I'm normally in the car or in the house or at a class that nobody knows about. Anywho, so then after that, what came after that? I'm sitting at a coffee shop minding my business. I'm sitting at a coffee shop minding my business. I'm going to give y'all the brief version of this. I'm sitting there, I'm doing my work. You know, I'm typing, I'm looking cute. I decided to get up and get cute and go to the coffee shop and do a little work. Not anticipating meeting anybody, because I'm over it. Like, the dating part, I'm really over it. It makes my fucking stomach hurt. Niggas make my stomach hurt. I hate the people who are in circulation right now. I really do. If I was God, I would kill everybody. I really would. If I had the power to like end this whole thing, I would push a button and wipe everybody off. Cause I don't know what everybody else is on. I just know I don't want to be on it. And people typically come to you on it. They on it. They come to you on it like you did something to them to deserve you being the best. Yeah. I'm not going to edit that part out because I want y'all to see I lost them words. But anyway, I'm sitting in the coffee shop minding my business, and all of a sudden, like, I feel eyeballs on me. Like, I can feel it. And as a woman, I think it's like maybe a thing that we all have, but I felt eyeballs coming toward me. So I turn around like, what the fuck? And I see a man walking up to me. Brown skinned man. Right, like, relatively attractive, you know, whatever. Anywho, so he's like standing over me, and he's like, oh, hey, you know, he made it seem like it was a coincidence that he ran into me. Anyway, but I'm reading the 48 Laws of Power. You know, I'm trying to put my mind into a mind how like a narcissist thinks, because typically narcissists, they have like a good time. Like they might hate themselves internally, but guess who's not playing them? Nobody's playing them, because typically they always playing. So I need to know, because in this world right now, it seemed like everybody read that book, and I think that's the book they going off of. So you got to make yourself, you play offense playing defense. I think that's how that go. Don't quote me on terms. I don't really know sports like that. But if it's wrong, just be quiet. Anyway, so he sits down. He introduced himself. His name was Mustafa. I forgot his last name. But he was African. But he was from Malaysia. He was a doctor. And we almost had the same birthday too. I thought he was like gaslighting me, or like not gaslighting, but like love bombing me. I'm like, let me see your ID though. Seriously. Because some people love bomb you, and it's about the stupidest shit. Like, oh, I told him my birthday. He's like, oh, my birthday is like a few days before yours. And I'm like, oh, really? And he was young too. Hold on. He was younger than me too. I'm going to give y'all the brief version. We walk around. You know, he wasn't from here. He said he was here for a wedding. Like, his sister was getting married, whatever. And I walk him to, like, you know, a museum. We talk. And that man, I said, you know what? I don't ever plan on seeing him again, because I just didn't like him. Yeah, he was like a little too, like, I'm animated, but his animated was like he was love bombing me. This is who I am. That's not who he was. Sometimes when I meet a man that's like a little too like animated, they're really fucking crazy. Like they need to be on like a psychotic medicine.
He's escaping! The killer is escaping! Help me!
Like they need to be on like Prozac, Lexapro, let me see, Abilify. Like they need to be on like an antipsychotic, because typically when a person is super animated, it's something that they're trying to do. And it's like, I'm going to do all of this, that way you never see this right here. And this right here is typically like abuse and a little scrape action. So I'm like, it's something going on with him. So then he tried his method of trying to break my spirit. This is like maybe an hour, 2 hours into me knowing this man. He was like, well, I don't really see a future with you.
The fuck is we talking about, nigga?
Smack. Do you
fuck up on my face?
I said, look at this stupid bitch. I don't see a future with you, pussy. I just met you. I just met the nigga 2 hours ago. He don't see a future with me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You going crazy? You going crazy? He was going crazy. I watched him start going crazy. I saw his wheels spinning on what he could do to manipulate me. First of all, I grew up with a dad that's a narcissist, babe. There's no more manipulation. There's actually no more. If anything, I'm about to just cuss you out. But there's no more manipulation. If anything, if I got me a... Never mind. But before I get manipulated, you about to be in serious, life-threatening situations. That's all I'm gonna say. Anywho, he's like, I don't really see a future with you. I said, that's fine, because, I'm like, that's fine, because I don't really see one with you. I just met you. He's like, well, I see you as, like, maybe like a business partner. You seem like interesting, like I could do business with you, but I couldn't get married to you. And again, bitch, who gives a fuck what you see with me? I don't know you. I'm telling you, I had never met this man a day in my life. Anyway, so I said, you know what? Let's open up the box. If he think he don't see a future now, I'm gonna let him know why he would never have one anyway. So I was like, honestly, my longest relationship was like 9 months, and that wasn't even like a 9 months, like a consistent 9 months. That was like me breaking up, and we got back together and we broke. I'm like, so I really don't do long-term relationships because I just don't feel like whatever that come with that. I don't feel like it. And like the shortest amount of time I dated somebody was 26 days. I saw what I needed to see and I got out of there. That's it. I don't want to see nothing else. And he was just like, oh, well, what the fuck is that? He said my longest relationship was 3 years. No, 3 years, 4 years. And the reason why he didn't get married to the girl is because she wanted to go to school and finish her degree, but he wanted to get her pregnant and be a wife before she got a chance to. So he decided to break up with her. And his reasoning was he watched his mom have 3 kids while she was in school, and he felt as though she could do it too. And I said, you know what? That's what it is. That's that crazy shit that I hear. It's something going on with you. It's something going on with you. God forbid she just want to get her degree before she barefoot and pregnant. I said, oh my gosh, I just met a psychotic man. I just met a man that's possibly a rapist and a murderer. And how did I get to that conclusion? Find out soon. Anyway, he told me he's Muslim.
Christians and Galatians, Buddha, Ascalation.
And I'm trying to figure out why he's telling me this right now, because we wasn't talking about that. But then he said he needed to pray. So he's like, I hope I don't make you uncomfortable with praying. Well, he didn't even say that. He was making me uncomfortable with the fact that he needed to pray. Like, he was talking about praying, and and I was just like, I wonder why the fuck he just don't start praying, because, like, that was getting weird, whatever. But then, he started praying, and then after he prayed, we went out to dinner, and after we went out to dinner, that's when he turned on the crazy stuff. He kept trying to touch me, like, touch my hands. I don't do people touching me. In my mind, unless we are about to get to the point where we bumping uglies, unless we get to that point, I don't understand the reason for touching. So him touching me, I'm like, oh my gosh, like he's about to do something awful to me. So because I wouldn't be touching, he then decided to turn on this whole attitude. I'll move on to the end because it is just like a long story. Anyway, he wanted my phone number. I wouldn't give him my phone number. He didn't try to gaslight me into giving him my phone number. I didn't want to. Then he wanted me to send him pictures to find another way to get my phone number. I'm like, I'm not going to send you pictures because we took pictures at the art museum. And I didn't want to text him to him because I never planned to talk to him again. Anyway, so then he tried to forcefully take the pictures. I cussed that man out. And then I found out he actually stalked me. Like, he saw me, spun the block, had his friend drop him off down the street, walked up to me and made it seem like it was a surprise that he met me. He said he had an Airbnb in downtown, and he never had an Airbnb downtown. And he lied. I caught him in several lies about, like, him being here for a wedding. He said he was staying in, like, another part of the state, like, not the city, but, like, a different part, another city. That wasn't true either. And then we were talking about serial killers, right? Because first he started talking about the Diddy trial. I don't care about that. I'm not talking about that. I don't care about that. But then I'm bringing up, like, a prolific serial killer. For some reason, I forget how it became rational or, like, relevant. But he said that man was cleaning up the streets by killing prostitutes. I said, you know what? That's enough. You remember I told you that motherfucker was crazy? All that excited energy he had is because he's crazy. He was excitable because he thought he just found his prey. You know what happens when an animal sees its prey? They get excited. They run after it and attack it and rip their skin off. That's what he planned to do to me. And sometimes you got to think about it as cynically as possible. You meet a man that got a lot of energy. He's really energetic. And it's like, damn, this nigga bouncing off the walls. It's because they just found their prey and they're about to kill it. I'll move on. I'll move on. I have ADHD. So if your level of excited is higher than mine, it's typically because you are nuts. You are nuts. Like a loose nut. Anywho, never talk to that man ever again. And then we move on to another man. I'm at the nail salon. You know, the salon owner, me and her, we're cool. I show her a picture. You know, I saw this man. I saw this man at the shop. He was cute too. But he was little. He was so little. But I don't care. I don't care that he was little. I don't care. I don't have this ride does not have a height limit. It does. Like, it definitely is like 5'5" at least. No, 5'6" at least. But he was about 5'6", little. I think the only reason why I saw him is because I was sitting down, and when he was walking past me, we was eye to eye. But he was fine though.
Let's play a little game just between you and I.
He was like an Indian man. Well, actually, he was Guyanese. I thought he was Indian though. But anywho, I was like, I was talking to my nail person. I was like, girl, who is that? And she's like, oh, that's such and such. Lenny. She's like, that's Lenny. I said, oh my gosh, he kind of cute, And she was like, oh, like he's single. He just moved here from Miami. And I was like, oh, okay, girl, bet. Like, hook a bitch up. So anywho, she was like, send me pictures of yourself. So I showed her some pictures. We went through my pictures, and she wanted to select the best pictures to send to Mr. Lenny. So about 48 hours go by, and I get a text message. I'm getting out the shower, butt naked and sweating because it's hot in my apartment. I keep the windows open and the air off so my plants can breathe, whatever, so they can get some humid air, anything for my girls. But anywho, I get a text message, but it's 11:45 p.m. And something in me is like,
I think somebody trying to set me up.
Knowing Sam, she probably gave her my number the same day with my nail person. Knowing her, she probably gave her my number the same day. Why is this man now deciding at 11:45 to text me? That's because the game is starting. The game is on. The game is on. Come to the living room. The game is on. Order a pizza. The game is on. Order a pizza. The game is on. We're about to watch the game. That is because he's about to start that game. You know what that game is called? The nut ass nigga game. That's the game. The game is, let me text you at 11 p.m. and see if you down for me to just be texting me at 11 p.m. Not even assuming that people go to sleep at a decent time. You assume that I was a whore.
Ah, the ghetto. The ghetto.
And that's the way I saw it, and that's the way it is. My reality is mine, and it protects me. My brain will never lead me astray. So I'm not gonna, like, oh, you might be overthinking. I don't know. I don't overthink. I just think. And when I think, and my brain was like, oh yeah, like he about to play a game. I'm like, damn, he about to play a game. He's trying to try to break your heart. He sees you as a whore. And that's all I needed. So anyway, I gave it a little time. I gave it 4 days. 4 days. And we're texting. I text him back the next day, like in the morning, because I'm not texting at 11 p.m. because I don't feel like keeping the conversation going for that long. Anyway, yeah, during the conversation, he's like, we should go on a date so I could get to know you better. I said, okay. In 4 days, that man didn't plan a date. In 4 days, that man didn't play. You want to just keep texting me. Then he would text me and then leave it at like a cliffhanger and then text me the next day with another conversation. Enough. Don't you have enough? And the worst part about it, he's 39. He's 39 years old. 39. Enough. You think I'm some black skank? Cool. Keep it to your motherfucking self. Because the thing is, I'm now at a point in my life where I will put a hands on a man that thinks I'm some type of cheap black whore he's about to be with. That shit really pisses me off. Enough. So I blocked him. Yeah, I blocked him. And I went to the nail salon a couple days ago. And Sam was like, oh my gosh, girl, You know, he came in here, Lenny came in here, he was like so upset because you blocked him. Like he told me like he had just started a new job, and that's amazing. I'm so happy he started a new job. He can fuck out of here because I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Lenny. He's a 39-year-old weirdo. All the cliffhangers, all we should go out. I should block you though. We should go on a date, but I'm gonna block you instead because fuck out of here. Weird ass nigga. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I gotta stop cussing. But it really does piss me off how people choose to behave. Imagine meeting somebody, because when you meet somebody, the first impression is the lasting impression. So your lasting impression with me is going to be the guy that originally had my phone number about 48 hours before you text me. And then when you text me at 11 p.m. And he said we should go on a date, but you don't plan anything. You're a man that just leaves cliffhanger text messages. Too much. Oh, he was interested, or he said he was really interested, like he wanted to go out. Well, he should have planned something. He should have planned something. Next. So, I don't know this other guy's name, but this was like a few days ago. I go to a coffee shop regularly. They know me in there by first name. They even know what I do for work. They know too much about me, actually. It makes me a little uncomfortable. But it's this guy in there, white guy. I'm telling you, I'm all over the board. Got some white, got a guy in these Indian men, got an African man, a girl. I don't discriminate. But this last guy, I had no business going outside with him. I had no business going outside with that man. Anyway, but I've been seeing him at the coffee shop since I started going there, which was like maybe 2 years ago. Anywho, we just recently started having regular conversation, not regular conversation, but just like conversation. And we had conversations about his job and about his business partner and whatever. And he's not like a cute dude. I don't even know what his name is, but I'm assuming it's Steve. It could be Steve, but I'm always assuming people's names are the wrong names. So his name could easily not be Steve. Anyway, we had like maybe 2 or 3 conversations in like the past like couple months. And then after that, he stopped like kind of talking to me and just was looking at me kind of weird. And I'm like, I don't know what this dude issue is, but I don't even care to find out. Then the other day I go in, I'm cute. I'm looking cute. Because I told you I had a crush on this man in my neighborhood. But he's too young. But I still got dressed because I still got to be seen by the man, okay? But anywho, so I go into the coffee shop and I'm talking to the barista. First of all, he's like, oh, you look really nice. Like, I like that dress. I'm like, thank you. But he sized me up. I'm like, oh, okay. That's strange. It's not strange because he's a man, but still. He's like, I really like the dress. And he kept saying it. I'm like, okay, thank you. Then he shifted it to come talk to me near me. So I moved. Because I don't want nobody standing near me while I talk to him. Because sometimes when you standing near a person and you're talking to him, that breath is real bad. And I don't want to know your breath is bad. I want to just talk to you from a distance. That way I never find out if your breath is bad. Because when people's breath is bad, it makes my stomach hurt. It really does. Like bad breath, and it makes me angry. Like my stomach hurt, I get angry, I feel nauseous, whatever. Anywho, so he then switched positions and he goes back to his seat. So now I'm standing where he was sitting, and now he's going back to sit where he was sitting. So I move again. I move over to the other side of the coffee shop again. So the barista, he's talking to me about like the guy got a crush on my neighborhood. He was like, yo, you should just talk to him. I'm like, I don't really know. Because typically when I talk to men, I don't like talking to men. I just don't. If I find a man attractive, the more attractive a man is, the less likely I am to talk to him. Because it's something about a fine man. I just don't want to find out if they're a bad person. It's not that I don't have the confidence to. I don't want to find out if they're a bad person. I'd rather see a fine man regularly, like, damn, he is fine, and never say anything. That's my method, because I just like for him to be fine. You see, some people, a man will see a fine woman and gotta talk to her. I can appreciate the beauty of something and never touch it. Never touch it. Like, damn, that's really a fine man, and never have any interaction with him other than just understanding he's a fine man. Because I don't want to find out if he's a terrible person. Because if that man's a terrible person, it's going to hurt. Because it's like, damn, you fine and nutty. Don't want to know that. I just rather admire him from afar. But anyway, Steve, I'm going to call him Steve. I don't know his name. Steve, the barista is like, oh, Steve, he's a good catch. And the barista, if he wasn't engaged with a baby, that would have been the kind of guy that I would go for. Because like he actually is like he's like a really kind man. Like a kind man. Anyway, But he's like, you know, Steve likes you. You know, Steve, like, he thinks you're... And I'm, like, thinking, like, why I'm talking about a whole other man. Why the fuck is Steve interested? What's going on? So eventually Steve was just like, yeah, like, I think you're hot. And I think you're the full package. I'm like, I'm not really dateable. One thing I do, I will lie on myself and say I'm not dateable. I'm not dateable to you. I'm not dateable to you. To you. I'll say all types of bad stuff about myself and hope that it turns somebody off. With men, it never turns them off because they still thinking about penetrating you. They don't really care what you say. They don't care what you say. They just trying to penetrate. And once he still put up a fight after I said all this stuff, I called myself a narcissist and everything, baby. And he didn't care. I said, oh, he trying to see what's going on. So I'm like, okay, I will indulge and play him. See how far he want to take it. So that same day, I said, you know, we can meet up and at this bar down the street. I'm like, we can meet up at 6 o'clock. Meet me there at 6 o'clock. We meet there, and I just like, sometimes I really enjoy giving a person like a little bit of knowledge about me. And it's really not, a lot of times it's not the truth. Sometimes it is, it depends. But I just went on and on about how my dad is a narcissist. Like, I kept that whole conversation going. I said, what can I talk about? I thought to myself before I even got there, what can I talk about for at least a couple hours? My dad. He's very interesting. But we get there. He show up a little late. But we're drinking, and I'm still on my first drink. This man is sucking down 3 drinks. I said, why the fuck is he drinking so aggressively? He is sucking down 3 drinks. Once he told me he was on Adderall, like not Adderall, Vyvanse, 50 milligrams, and drinks 6 cups of coffee a day, I knew I didn't like him anyway. Because that to me is it's actually really insane. And he was sweaty. And then from across the table, I smell his underarms, and I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? We ain't had no food. We just got drinks. And yeah, underarms bumping, smelling like a fucking hoagie. Just smelling like he got a hoagie in a headlock. And he's sweating, and he keep rubbing his hair, and his hair a little greasy. Then I'm looking at his mouth, and it's just black shit in between the teeth. And he's so bony that you can see the veins in his arms. Like, there's just the veins everywhere. And I'm looking at him like... Then he kept trying to, like, reach out to hold hands. Then he touched my hand, and his hand was moist. Like, why are your hands moist? Why are your hands moist? Why are your hands moist? Because you're sweating. You're sweating from that Vyvanse 50 and that caffeine pumping through your system. I said, you know what? He probably about to kill over. He probably sweating because his body can't handle it, and he's about to kill over right now. You sucking down 3 drinks, not even drunk. I'm still working on my 1 drink. I had made it halfway through my drink before that man asked me, he was like, so you wanna like go back to your place? I said, absolutely not. No. Nope. No. And the crazy part is he looked shocked. I'm sorry, sir. Did you really think you had a chance at bumping coochies with me? Not bumping coochies, that's crazy. But did you think you had a chance of seeing me naked? Like, the fact that he really thought he had a chance of seeing me naked was crazy. I never showed any slight interest, and neither did he until this random day. I don't know. But I was like, absolutely not. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean, I'm like, don't be sorry. Just don't ask no questions like that. I said, I gave you an answer. You don't got to be sorry. You asked the question. I gave you the answer. So I start talking about my dad again. He go back to it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm like, you didn't offend me. Because after the first apology, any apology that happens after that, a person is still trying to manipulate you. So now they're trying to use the apology to make you feel bad, right? That way he can then get what he wanted. So it's like, oh, well, and in his mind, he probably thinks, I'm thinking, oh, well, he did say sorry. Maybe he doesn't mean he can come back to my place. No, you can't. And if you come back to my place, I'm beating your ass. You come back to my apartment, I'm going to show you why you shouldn't have came here.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
You come to my apartment and I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. That's the thing. And I know me and him can go toe to toe. We're the same size and he's skinnier than me. Okay? We can go toe to toe in here. And I was like, you don't have to apologize. And every time I kept talking about something else, he wanted to bring it back. You don't have to be sorry. Be careful. Because I'm a stranger too. I will get you in here like, yeah. Shut the door. Lock the doors. Lock the door. Yeah. You want to be here. You want to be, yeah. You want to be here. And then pull out a gun. Because why are you at a stranger's house? Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your body. Take care of your body. Take care of your spirit. I'll snatch your soul in here. And not in like a good way. I will take you out your human flesh. You're not coming back here. And that's why I think men are not scared enough of women. Because the amount of you could come back to my place, somebody can actually kill you. I don't think men think that women think about killing them. I don't think women think about killing men for real. I really don't think so. But if men ever felt like they were in danger, like if women start acting as crazy as men will stop asking people to come back to their house on the first date or inviting girls to their house on the first date. A girl can line you up. She'll line you up. You invite her to her house, she texts her boyfriend, oh, he right here. He got this. I see this in his house. And he come like, but see me, personally, you come back to my house, I'm beating your ass. Because somebody should have told you not to trust strangers. Somebody should have told you not to trust a stranger. Now you trusting a stranger. Sicko. So yeah, that's why I'm done dating. That's like the dating part. When you're dating without using your genitals, it really clears your mind up. And I'm not dating because I'm lacking something else or like something else hurt me. I'm not dating for that purpose. It's really just for recreation at this point. Like it's like a hobby. Going a couple, like I go on a date every now and then. But it's like I really don't want to sleep with any of these people. I'm not even interested. I'll go out, see if I like you enough to keep the conversation going and move on. The thing is with dating, when you stop using your genitals, everything kind of just makes sense. Like, don't use your genitals as long as possible. Like when a lot of men that I know, when they date, they're not dating for a good reason. They're dating because they're bored. They're dating because they're lonely. They're dating because they get over something else. I just don't know if a lot of men know how to be by themselves for a long periods of time. Like, I don't think men can like go, and this is my personal opinion. This is not one of those, oh my God, I'm dropping gems. Oh my God, let me repost this. She's dropping gems. Oh my God. This is my thoughts. I just don't know any man who has been by himself without sex, without dating, without like a woman around for like longer than like a month. And a month is pushing it. I just don't think, I think men just see like dating as like a thing to do. And they don't take it serious until like, and the thing is they might not ever take it serious. So I can't even say they take it serious until, I don't know if they take it serious. But me personally, I date for 26 days, the shortest record, to 9 months. And that's it. That's all the fuck I got. I'm telling you, the next man that think he about to come to my house and have sex with me, I got something for him. I got something for his ass. Leave him until an alleyway and whoop his ass. Because we're not coming back here. Something about knowing somebody want to have sex with me and I was just trying to get to know them is the craziest shit on the planet. It's something about somebody like, damn, I'm like, damn, I'll take a chance to get to know him, and he thinking like, damn, she won't let me fuck. She won't let me fuck. No, I'm not. And I wish you would try to. I wish you would try. Nobody's fucking me. I fuck me. And that's it. Bye, y'all.